Okay guys, now in this video we are going to understand the compilation process. Okay, when when you have any class using some other class, then what are the compilation challenge we may need to face, and how can we solve that problem. Okay, how can we solve those issues or challenges. Okay, now let's understand the challenge first. So the challenge here is like in this particular class, the account system demo, I have account class used, account act1 equal to new account. So it is our own user defined class which we have implemented in this Java file. Okay, now if we want to compile this application, what we need to do is we need to take care of the order in which the class or the Java files to be compiled. We cannot compile this file, this account system demo.java, unless we compile and get this class get the class file of this class created and shift it into the package folder, right? Why is it so? Because in this class, the demo class, we have account class used, and compiler, when it will compile this line from this file, it need to know where is the bytecode of this class exists. So we have to take care of two things here before we compile this. We have to compile our account.java. Okay, whatever the class file would be created, we have to shift that class file into the package folder. So we have to first create the folder with the name of package, and after compilation of this account.java, we have to shift the created class file inside that package folder, and then only we have to get on with the compilation of this class. Okay, this is the challenge. Now as our application is having two files, two classes, then it is all fine. Like we can manage this. Like I can manage first to compile this, shift the package, shift the class file created in the package folder, and then I can resume my compilation of my application by starting the compilation of this file. But when it comes to compiling the huge application, the implementation of which may span across hundreds of files, then it would be very difficult for us to keep the track of order in which we have to compile our application. So there we cannot manage this order on our own. Now we want our compiler to take care of this, but for that we have to have two things in place. First, your class name and a file name, right? A class name and the file name in which the class is written, the names of both these things should be same. Account, if you see here, as our class is public, so we have to have this class stored in its own file. That is, when you have a public class, then the name of the file and the name of the class should be same. So it is there in case of public, that is compulsory. But even if you do not have the public class, in that case also, in order to get this concept work, where the compiler will take care of compiling, like searching for the file and compiling, so that you don't need to take care of the order in which the files to be compiled. So in that case, whether your class is public or not, you need to have your class file, your Java file and class name same. Okay, this is one requirement. So class name and Java file should be same. And second requirement is your Java file should also be present in the package folder, not only class file. Previously we used to only put class files. After the compilation, we used to put the class file in the package folder. Now compiler will take care of that, but what we need is, we need our Java file to be present in the package folder. So again I am mentioning these two requirements. One, class name and file name, Java file name should be same, and Java file should be present in the package folder. Okay, these are the two very important requirements. Now let's satisfy those requirements first, as we have already satisfied one requirement, that is to have class name and file name same, that is already there. Now we need our Java files to be present in our package folder, so I am doing that. So what I'll do is, this is my Java file which is currently present in our Java programs folder, and these are our package folders which we have created. Now what I am going to do is, I am going to place these Java files in their respective package folders. So account.java will go in account system package folder. Okay, I am doing again, it didn't go there. Control X, Control V, and this also account system demo, Control X and Control V. Now this arrangement you get like when you create the project in Eclipse, and when you create the package folder, or Java files or the source files get stored in the package folders only, or when you create the project from Maven, which we would be discussing in our further sessions. But when you create the project in the Maven, then also this arrangement you get. But now the same arrangement we need to have when we are neither using any IDE nor using any neither using any IDE nor using any Maven, right? So account system package has our class file, account system demo has our class file, all good. Now let's compile. Now let's understand this very well, guys. CMD. Now I am going to compile my demo class directly. I am not going to compile account which we used to do previously. I am directly going to compile my demo. Now let's see how. Java C space, and we are going to mention our class path, that is -cp space Control C class path space path of our Java file. The path, our Java file is now present in this folder, so I'll mention the Java file. Now I am mentioning this thing. I am not compiling my account.java file first and putting my class file inside the package folder before I can compile account system demo. No, I am not doing that. I am directly compiling this demo class by setting the correct class path. Now let's see. Enter. Now compilation is in progress. See guys, compilation is successful. You can see here there are no errors. Previously when we used to do this, like we used to compile directly the account system demo without compiling our account class first, we used to get error, cannot find symbol account, right? Now we are not getting that error. How it worked? Now let's understand. I am going to explain this to you. Now let me open this file account.java and let's understand how the compilation got successful. Now my compiler started the compilation of this file. Okay, now in this file it encountered this symbol, account symbol, it encountered. Okay, now it should know the bytecode of this account before it can process this symbol, right? Now what it will do, what my compiler will do, the compiler is checking this import statement, right? So we are mentioning here the account class is present in the package called account system. That is what we are mentioning here by importing it from the package. Now what compiler will do, we have set the class path, which is our this Java programs. You can see the class path is set to this Java programs directory. So my compiler is coming here into the Java programs directory. It has got the account system package folder, right? Inside that, it didn't find the account.class, obviously, because we had not compiled it before, but it found the Java file. You can see it found the Java file with the same name, account.java. So it processed the compilation of this file first. So it compiled this file, put the class file in the package folder. So it has got the required bytecode now for that, and then it resumed the compilation, right? So then it resumed the compilation. So it itself compiled the required class, guys. Here, this is very important. Previously we have to manage the order. Okay, the used class is this, user is this. So first compile the used one, put it in the package folder, and then compile the user one. But now we are not doing that, guys. Please understand this very, very well. And what allowed us to do this, I mean, which two requirements we satisfied, because of which now the compiler is itself is able to find the required Java files and compiled it. So two requirements we satisfied. One is we have class name and Java file name same, and class those Java files, we put those Java files into the package folders, right? So in the compilation command, when I set my class path and I give my file which I want to compile, so during the compilation, whatever the new symbols compiler has encountered, so compiler it goes to the package folder, it searches for the class file, obviously, because it needs the class file, the bytecode symbol. But if it doesn't get the class file, no issues. If the source file of that symbol is present there, so my compiler will compile that first, will create the bytecode, and will resume my compilation then of my original file, which was this in our case. This is very important, and that's why in real-time applications we don't need to take care of compiling the files in the correct order. We have to just make sure that we have the class file, class name and file name same, and if that class belongs to any package, then the source file should be present in the package folder. And while compiling, we need to have just the correct folder set in our class path. These are only few requirements we have to satisfy. Compiler takes care of everything rest, right?